Hello, everyone, and good morning. My name is Christian.
I'm Caroline.
And I'm Evan.
Thank you for coming to our Saturday help session. We will start by presenting a tutorial that we have made.
Today's tutorial is about online games. We are all still at home, so why not make it more fun and entertaining? Please remember to keep your mic muted and video off. Let's begin. Virtual games presented by ITeens.
Today we will cover number 1, games over Zoom, number 2, Game Pigeon, and number 3, Slideshow Games.
Number 1, games over Zoom.
Since we have been online for almost an entire year, we have become accustomed to gathering over Zoom. You can make your meets with others more interesting and fun by playing board games over Zoom. We will be listing some games you can play over Zoom and go over how to play some of them.
Overview. You might think it's difficult to play board games with others over Zoom, but there are several games you can play, including Categories, Taboo, Pictionary, and more.
Categories. For this board game, you can either buy the game or use the resources found on the internet. You'll need categories cards that include a list of random categories and a pad of paper with 12 blank spaces. Tip: if you do not want to buy the board game, search up categories cards on your web browser and use a regular sheet of paper.
Step 1. Roll a dice that includes all 26 letters and read the letter out to the participants on your Zoom. Step 2. Set a timer for 3 minutes and fill out the 12 blanks on your page.
Your answers should correspond to the question the categories card asked. All of your answers should also start with the letter you rolled your dice for. Multiple points are added to answers that include alliteration, and the player with the most points wins.
Taboo. Unlike categories, purchasing Taboo and its pieces specific to the game is required to play. You'll need the Taboo cards, a timer, and the Taboo buzzer. Additionally, if you're playing with people via video chat, they will also need to have the pieces to the Taboo game.
Step 1. Divide your group into an A team and a B team. Step 2. Set your game up and start the timer. Step 3. After starting the timer, start describing the word on your card to your team. This must be done without saying the exact word.
Additionally, any other word listed below the main word cannot be mentioned and are considered taboo. Continue to play until the timer goes off. If a person says a word that is taboo, the card is not counted for points. However, if a person on your team guesses the word correctly, your team gets a point. Each card earned is a point to your team.
Pictionary. For this game, you can either purchase the actual game or use items you already have. You will need a pad of paper and a pen, or whiteboard and marker, and Pictionary cards or a random word generator. Tip: go to randomwordgenerator.com/pictionary.php for auto-generated Pictionary topics.
Step 1. Generate a word or pull a Pictionary card. Step 2. Start a timer once you start drawing. Step 3. Make sure your pad of paper or whiteboard are facing the people in the room as well as people on the Zoom. Allow them to guess and have fun.
Number 2, Game Pigeon.
Game Pigeon is a gaming program embedded within iMessages on iPhones. Users are able to select a game and play with the person they choose to text it to. We'll be going over how to use and access Game Pigeon and how to play some of its most popular games.
Locating Game Pigeon. Step 1. Start off by going to the App Store and downloading the Game Pigeon app. Note, this will show up as an app on your home screen. It can be accessed through iMessages. Step 2. Now go to your iMessages on your iPhone. Step 3. Find the small pigeon icon that is located above your keyboard.
Playing Game Pigeon. Step 4. Now select a game you would like to play. Game Pigeon has a number of fun games you can play, ranging from 8-ball to chess to Mancala.
Step 5. Send the game to whoever you would like to play with and wait for them to respond. Since you sent the game, it is likely that your opponent will be making the first move.
One of the most popular games included in Game Pigeon is 8-ball. Step 1. Playing is simple and very similar to playing in real life. Just point your cue stick towards the ball you want to hit and pull back on the slider on the left to shoot.
Another popular game on Game Pigeon is basketball. You have two 45-second rounds to try to get the most points scored. Compare your points to your opponents at the end and see who the winner is.
The last game we will cover that Game Pigeon includes is Crazy 8. Essentially, this is just an online Uno. Send the game to a group chat of 3 to 6 people and start playing.
Number 3. Slideshow Games.
What is it? Slideshow games are different games that are created on a slideshow. We have presented some of these as different holiday at-home games in the past that usually include movie title guessing, scavenger hunts, and more. We have covered some of these in the past, but we will be going more in depth on how to create them.
How to create a slideshow. Step 1. To create your own slideshow, go to docs.google.com/presentation and create a new presentation. Now feel free to change the font and the background of your slides.
To change the font, move to the top and click the name next to the font size. Tip: change the font to whatever you would like and remember to have fun.
You can also change the background of the slideshow to be more festive. Go to the top where it says background and choose a color.
Include any types of simple games you would like to play on the slides, like scavenger hunts, bingo, Pictionary, and so many more.
What they look like. To the right are some examples of what the slideshow you create could look like. Your slides can include however much detail you want. Tip: is it important to keep in mind that not everything has to be typed onto the slide because it can be explained over Zoom.
We hope you all enjoyed our tutorial today. Please type ask in the chat box to enter into a breakout room. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.